When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and we got the boys back together. What is going on?
What's up, fellas?
I thought it was Friday when I woke up this morning. AM chatter, but it was a Tuesday chatter. Threw me off.
Tuesday chatter. We're actually starting this. You can, if you're in Nashville today for the national convention, you might as well start this as session number 1. Get your early session out of the way before you head over to the music festival arena. I don't know what it's called. But we're going to have a hell of a session for you today about putting in winning offers and how to be the strategist to get those offers done. But before we get into that, Anth, how was your weekend? It sounds like you finally finished that backyard project.
I did, man. The project is all done. I'm ready to put the grills back there and start cooking, man. But then again, you never know, man. Pittsburgh weather, love it or hate it, 80 degrees, 20 degrees. You just never know what you're going to get.
Good. We're excited for that new grill. What's it called?
The Santa Maria barbecue grill, dude. Open fire. Got the little wheel on it. Brings it up, puts it down.
Yeah, looking for some good Instagram videos.
Throwing that meat on there, putting it down.
Tom, you ever see this thing that he got, the Santa Maria grill?
No, can't wait to see his meat though.
It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, guys, it's going to be a good summer. We're kicking off the selling season here in real estate. We got the national convention going on. We're number 3 franchise in the country. So congratulations to everyone out there. But we want
that was a sneak peek, little jab in there. No one even knew about that. That was first news to me, number 3.
You should have looked at social media yesterday, Tom.
You know me and my social medias.
Yep, number 3 in units in the whole company.
That's beautiful. Congrats to everybody.
But what we're seeing a little shift. We're seeing a shift away from price to strategy. For the longest time in real estate, it was always based around price. But coming out of the COVID years, buyers understanding it's a little bit of a buyer's market. They want something. They want something that they can see today. And if you have a property sitting out there and you only have so many offers, we should be taking advantage and making these offers as strong as we can to get them accepted. And really, it starts with the pre-offer huddle. We've been stressing about it. We've been talking about it. Anthony brought it to the table years ago. There should be a conversation between us, you guys, and the buyer before that offer goes in. And it shouldn't just be, hey, I need a cost sheet for 123 Main Street for this price. We should be strategizing better. We should be finding out, can we get an appraisal waiver? Does a quicker closing help things? Can we do something to make it more affordable? Right, Anth? No one's buying the house because of the price. They're buying the house because of the payment and what it costs them out of pocket.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, the price is what somebody's willing to pay for, but the payment is what somebody's able to afford on a monthly basis. So the payment's always going to be most important. If the payment doesn't work, they ain't buying the house, no matter what the price is. So payments is going to be the most important.
And Tommy, we love our app. Our app is great for initial estimates, but it cannot give your buyer their direct payment, especially because of interest rate and mortgage insurance.
Yeah. And that is why we are such a big factor of this and why communication is such a big part of this whole thing. The pre-offer huddle, it's not just a huddle we put our arms around each other. It's about communication. And we need to be talking to each other to know what the best offer is, to know how much seller's assist we may need, to know if the buyer wants to do a buy down to get the seller's assist. We need to talk about all these things through. And it seems to me, I don't know if you guys are seeing the same things in your office, but the best agents, the most communicative, with me, with loan officers, with everyone involved, are being the best agents right now. They're the ones winning deals. They are still moving the market. So that's kind of what I'm seeing around my time.
I would agree with that. And the seller assistance is a huge factor. And seller assistance doesn't just have to go towards closing costs. Maybe your buyer has the funds to close, but they want a lower rate, right? There's ways we can use seller assistance to just buy down the interest rate. Maybe the payment's too high. Anthony's great at this. You can use seller assistance to buy out mortgage insurance with less than 20% down, then use the extra to lower the rate a little bit. There are tons of things that we can do, not only in the back end to make your offer stronger, but to help the buyer get to where they want. Because again, price your change in payment like $7 for every 1,000. Price isn't moving the payment all that much. So that's why we pre-offer huddle. We see what's most important to our client. And some clients, they won't go $1 over their budgeted payment. Other clients won't go $1 over what they've budgeted the cash to close. But everyone is different. You can't have the same mentality for every buyer.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is providing the options. Clients don't know all the options. They don't do this every day. And they're looking to trusted resources to provide those options. And whenever we're going over what options could be available, such as the no PMI option or the rate buy down, showing those different payment options, maybe they won't work best for that client, but the majority will. And it makes everything more affordable. But we need the buy-in from the agent to do the pre-offer huddle, because the client's going to get those options from the lender. They're not going to get them from anybody else. And that's helping buyers be able to buy homes. So if you want a solid offer, do the pre-offer huddle.
And if you're an agent continually saying you're only going to work with conventional loans, that's one of the 4 main types of loans. That means you're leaving 75% of the loan types off your table. And Tom, I don't know for what reason they're doing that.
No, it's a shame that listing agents are not looking at all loan types and not allowing for buyers to get the best financial choice. I mean, when you're looking at those, the worst thing that could happen is a few appraisal repairs. But as we start to climb value in home, there are not those appraisal repairs needed. So the listing agents need to look at that and start to realize that the FHA offer is sometimes better. And that's what we're doing with the buyer. We are figuring out what the best offer is, what the most affordable is for the buyer. So sometimes it is FHA, even though they can go conventional. Yeah, I just said it. An FHA buyer can go conventional, but it's not as smart for them, because that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the finances. What's better? What's going to be cheaper monthly? What's going to be cheaper cash to close in the end? And sometimes it is FHA. And yeah, they can get approved conventional, but it's cheaper FHA. That's why we did it.
Yes, there are aspects of the loan program that are going to be better. Yes, FHA rates are lower than conventional rates. Yes, FHA mortgage insurance can be less than conventional. Yes, FHA seller assistance is 6% for minimum down payment compared to 3% on a conventional. There are a ton of aspects of an FHA or government loans that will get buyers into homes that frankly cannot afford to go conventional. And that does not make you a bad home buyer if you can't go conventional loans. They've created these other loan types for this specific reason.
Yeah, I mean, they're great programs, and every program's not built for every specific situation. But we are on the buyer side, making sure that financially they can afford this house and they're not going to go into foreclosure in a year. But the minor things that come up on an appraisal is chip paint and steps without a railing. Those are the most common. Do it in advance, and then you can have the broad scheme of things being that you're going to get the best offer regardless of the program. But You know, I had one the other day. The client put the offer in. It didn't get accepted because it was FHA. So I asked the agent, hey, why didn't this get accepted? Well, there was water coming through the basement wall, and there was a bunch of dampness on the basement floor. So they were worried the appraiser was going to call that out. Doesn't matter the program. The appraiser's calling that out. It's a deficiency. It could be an issue with the foundation. So stop thinking that conventional is just going to waive any defects on an appraisal. It's not the case.
Conventional is not cash.
No. Cash, yes. Anytime you're getting a loan, yeah, the appraiser's calling out more on conventional these days than they ever have. So please stop thinking the conventional is the end all be all if there's minor repairs.
Very well said. We are excited to work with you guys all summer long and your clients to make sure that they're getting the best offers, the strongest offers, and you're not writing offers that aren't getting accepted. We want every offer to get accepted, and we believe we can help that get done. So have fun in Nashville, everyone. Get home safe, and we will see you Friday.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and